There we go. How are we doing? Okay. Get that up a little bit more because I think you can still hear me. Probably got that fan blowing in the background and making noise, but such is life in the big city. All right. Let's see. One failed. Yeah, I'm sure that was RTMP failed. Yeah, I got to figure that out one of these days. No worries. Okay, so that's kind of adding a shadow, isn't it, there? Maybe I'll put it over here a little bit. What do you think? There. That still seems to be in the ballpark, and what the heck? Let's say it's good enough. All right, so here we are once again. I'm going to shoot the breeze for a while, and if people show up, we will play one game of Friendly Feud. But if not, then I will bore you all to tears with one of my Japanese folk tales, not fairy tales, folk tales. Fairy tales, folk tales. Good morning from Melbourne. Okay, all right. Yeah, everything's going well here. Thank you. The weather is nice for a change today, which is good. That's good. Hello from California. Oh, hello. Welcome, share. Everything's double. Welcome, share. Yes, okay. From California. Okay, so yeah, I'm just here. I was going to read or tell you a story, Japanese folk tale, while people gather together. For those that are interested in playing the game, that was actually a mistake when I entered my name. Oh, okay. The local media here is saying that most of Japan is in lockdown under a state of emergency due to the increased rise of COVID. Yep. That is the case. I mean, but lockdown, yeah, it is. Yeah. If you I can show you guys this stuff. It's a little bit mildly interesting, maybe. Let's see, where is my if I can find this very quickly. Is this the one? No, this isn't the one. Darn it, why don't I have this? I must have it in a bookmark somewhere. But yeah, the fact is, we are in probably right now. I think we have the most active cases in Japan until now during the entire pandemic. So is this the one? I don't think this is the one either. No, that's not the one. This is okay. Yeah, in fact, maybe this is the okay. Let's see. Let me drag this over here and drag this over here and drag it over here. I'm just dragging. I know it's a real drag, isn't it? Yeah. Let's see. Sorry to change your storyline. No, absolutely. Let's see. We're supposed to be totally released by June 15th. Yeah. See, that's the whole thing. Is Japan, for various reasons, Japan doesn't like to or doesn't accept the foreign testing of vaccines. They insist on doing their own testing of the vaccines, and So here, I mean, our total discharge patients, total deaths, active cases, 67,000. That's how many active cases. Not how many new cases a day or something like that. It's how many active cases. But you can see here, this is back in 2019, right? 2019 started out and they had a little bump there in April, went back down, had another bump in August, went back down, and then it went up at the end of the year, right? The same way it did across the world, really. It went up at the end of the year, the beginning of the year, so around Christmas, New Year's. So basically, January was really bad. December, January was really bad, and then you can see it drop way back down, right? And that's without any vaccine. That's just it just dropped back down. But now you can see it's come back up, and actually the total here is just a little bit higher than the total here. Like I said, this is the highest peak we've had, the largest number of cases so far. This is where I am in Kumamoto. You can see it's gone down a little bit, the arrow marking down, but Fukuoka is near to us and it is going up, right? Lots of places are going up and so on. So, but actually I think right now more places are going down than are going up. The overall trend is starting to come back down, but that's been, only in the last few days here. We just peaked. And so it was about at this time, as we were approaching the peak, as we were getting close to the last time's peak. So a couple of weeks ago, they changed the status, the whatever the emergency status to a higher level and so on. But I mean, I'm not in the classroom anymore, although students still can come onto the university campus. I mean, restaurants, I think restaurants that don't serve alcohol are okay, but bars and restaurants that serve alcohol are either shut down or limited somehow. Things will be reevaluated in about 3 weeks. Middle of June 11th, June 14th, something like that. I can't remember now. But the middle of June, they'll be reevaluating things. The rollout of the vaccine has been slow, disappointingly slow. My wife, because she works in the hospital, she has gotten both her vaccines. She got the last one a week ago, so she's not up to top level protection yet. I think the only vaccine I've heard of is the Pfizer so far. That doesn't mean that other places or there aren't other vaccines here, but Pfizer is the one we've heard about. I heard the good news that they've rethought their guidelines so that now the Pfizer can be kept in a refrigerator for a month instead of having to be at that minus 70 degrees. You had the Moderna one. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah. Pfizer, Moderna, are similar in a lot of ways. But I mean, right now, I've heard, the stories. I've heard the information about the other vaccines, the Oxford AstraZeneca and so on, the Johnson & Johnson. Same here. The vaccine rollout has been a very slow. Our health authorities are saying anyone under 50 should not be getting the Pfizer vaccine due to the possibility of blood clots. Yeah, I mean, I'm no expert, so I'm not going to, to try and convince anybody of anything, obviously. But the information the way I understand the information is, that's that condition, the problem with the blood clots is so rare, and the people that have more to worry about are under 50 year old women, especially those that have been on some kind of oral birth control. So these kind of factors increase the risk for, I'm 61, so I'm over 50 years old already. I'm a male. So for me, it's absolutely, no worries at all. I'm not concerned about it at all. I feel that a lot of these, I don't know why. I mean, in fact, I'm suspicious of the initial Pfizer guideline of having to keep it at minus 70 degrees. I don't think that they were being particularly conservative or careful. I think that it was orchestrated to try and keep the vaccine away from the poor countries. Say, hey, you guys don't have the facilities to store this, so we're not going to send it to you, of course, right? I mean, there's their easy out. Yeah, I just have the feeling, and now that the supplies are not a problem, it's like, oh, hey, you know what? Actually, you don't need to keep it in minus 70. A refrigerator for a month, that's all right. I don't know. I don't trust anybody. Yeah. It's strange to see the way different countries buy different vaccines. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's political, obviously. I mean, England, where, they developed the Oxford AstraZeneca, is having very good luck. I mean, they're a little bit ahead of America on the vaccination bandwagon there. They're a little bit ahead. They've been using the Oxford. They haven't been talking about problems particularly. I mean, not that there are none, but that's the case. I don't know how many people get the flu vaccine every year. Here, it's pretty common. I mean, a lot of people get flu vaccines every year, and you do hear about people that have reactions to the flu vaccine. I mean, any medicine. I mean, it doesn't matter what it is. Aspirin. I mean, I grew up in the era where there was such a thing as baby aspirin, which we now know is a bad thing. So aspirin that people over a certain age can take no problems, or other age or other people, they're going to have a reaction to it and so on. Yeah, I mean, and obviously not all children. I remember I took the baby aspirin, not often, but I did take baby aspirin. I was young, and I remember my mother giving me the aspirin. I think they were orange flavored, if I remember correctly. So any medicine, it's like a doctor that I listen to quite a bit. He says, yeah, no medicine is completely safe. But what you have to do is evaluate the risk, the relative risk of taking the medicine versus the disease. A lot of people die from flu, but no one died from flu since COVID came out. That's right. But people are catching colds, and they say that one factor might be, I don't know if there's any research, but again, what I've heard, one factor is, cold viruses. A lot of those we pick up, more through our hands and touching our eyes, whereas the COVID virus, although that's a possibility, it's more likely the same as flu in that, it's the aerosols, it's the virus floating in the air that's the real problem. And since we're being careful about that, we're ventilating rooms, we're wearing masks, and staying 6 feet away. That has reduced COVID as well as flu and so on. So the things that we're doing to stop COVID are also stopping the flu. But the colds, I know people here that have caught colds. The mechanism is a little bit different, even though it's it's another virus. Still, the mechanism is a little different. Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah. I if they came to me and said, we've got a Johnson & Johnson vaccine for you, you want it? I said, yep. We got the AstraZeneca. Yeah, I'll take it. We got the Pfizer. Yeah, I'll take the Pfizer. We got Moderna. Oh, okay, I'll take. I mean, whatever. If they come to me with any of those, I'll take it. Right. Now, one thing, my wife was not given a choice about, or at least not given much of a choice about when to do the second one. Her second vaccine. She's had both vaccinations now, and again, people that I listen to, that I tend to believe what they say for, anyway, people that I tend to believe say that there seems to be a benefit to a longer period between the vaccinations. That 3-4 weeks, that's the minimum. But if you go beyond the minimum to 6, 8, even up to 12 weeks, there are actually benefits, increased efficacy of the vaccine. So are you enjoying your time off? No time off. I'm doing my classes remotely. So my students see me the same way that you do now. Well, not through HAPS, but through the camera. Every day. So basically I'm on camera every day now. Used to be just HAPS, but now Monday morning, Tuesday morning, Thursday morning, and basically all day Friday, I am doing classes on the computer remotely. We use mostly Teams, but we have other things that we do. Teams, and with Microsoft, it's connected, and we use forums and things like that for for quizzes and tests and student input and so on. And some teachers use the Google Forms and so on, things like that. But I've been trying. I mean, basically, Teams in the last year has improved a lot. For what I need it to do, it can do everything that I need it to do. So I just like using one platform. Other teachers is like, okay, they use Teams for this, they use Zoom for that, they use Flipgrid for something else, they use Google Forms for something else, and so on. And I'm like, well, if I can put it all in one place, that's so much better. Even if each part might not be the ultimate, too much of a hassle. Exactly. Each individual piece of that might not be the absolute, best, but just the benefit of having it all in one place, and you log in once instead of having to remember how to log into or to Flipgrid. How do I log into English Central? How do I log into Google? How do I log? Just one login. It's all there. It's all great. I mean, I am not such a Microsoft fan. I don't really like Windows. I'm a Macintosh user. Have been for years and years. I have a Windows machine, mostly for compatibility on those rare occasions. Every once in a while, the school will do something and they say, "Oh yeah, this needs to be done with a such and such a browser on a Windows machine." So, okay, and there are a few. So part of it is Japanese I've had some problems when I've been given files. For example, Microsoft Word files or Microsoft Excel files produced on a Japanese, the Japanese language setting Windows machine, and then I get that, and of course my Macintosh uses Japanese just fine. It's no problem, totally transparent. But I've had trouble with the Japanese characters not showing up properly because I don't know, the Windows, Microsoft Windows with Microsoft Excel, then somehow it doesn't quite translate perfectly onto the Macintosh. But other than that, yeah. Anyway, I don't really. I'm not a real big Microsoft fan, but I use it quite a bit. Have to. What I don't like about Microsoft is, it's kind of convenient. It's very convenient the way that you can do everything 6 different ways, right? If you want to underline something, there's a key command. You can highlight. You can drag and highlight over it, or you can do it with the keyboards, or that's under this menu or someplace else under another menu and an option here and so on, which is really great. But that necessarily makes the code, makes the program fatter, bigger, because you have to program in all those different abilities. And so you have these, Microsoft Word for a word processor has to be, the biggest code bloat of any word processor there is, because like I said, they're trying to do everything and be able to do it 6 different ways. And of course, that means that quite often problems come up. If it gets that big and that complicated, you're going to have trouble. You're going to have trouble. Right here in River City, with a capital T and that rhymes with P and that stands for pool. I've used Word forever. I don't know any other program. Yeah, Word, and it's. I've used some other things, but I keep coming back to Word simply because everybody else uses it, and so for compatibility, that's what I use. Although it was from the old Word Perfect. Are you sure about that? I'm not. Is that right? I thought the Word Perfect was a different. I don't know. I can't remember. I remember there used to be, Word Perfect, Word Star. What else? I remember Word Perfect and Word Star, and I played around with both of those, and that was before Microsoft Word was dominating. I can't remember now. It's been 40 years ago. Too long ago. Maybe not 40. Yeah, maybe 40. What was that? Ding! Somebody ding me. Okay. Well, yeah. Whoops, that's not what I was looking for. That's the wrong thing. There. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I thought there was one other program that was popular, but I can't think of it. Yeah. Even on the Macintosh, there's been like Ulysses. In Japan, there was Ichitaro, which was actually more popular than Microsoft Word because it was set up from the beginning to use Japanese. With Microsoft Word, Japanese, Mech Write, yeah, on the Macintosh, you bet, Mech Write. Yeah, the old Macintosh native, Macintosh Apple produced programs, they worked, man. They worked. Mac Paint, Mac Draw, Mac Write, Super Paint. Yeah. Back in the HyperCard era, I remember making HyperCard stacks and doing all kinds of things with HyperCard. Yeah, the Mac programs, they were great. The WYSIWYG. I mean, they were the ones. The what you see is what you get. And it's so weird. I remember when not being able to find, having trouble finding, making printers compatible and so on, because it was a whole different way. It used to be that the printers would have the fonts in the printers, instead of just, the computer sends the information of exactly where to put each dot on the page or whatever, send it a subset of commands, right? And the printer interpreted that and used the information within the printer in order to print out the page. Remember, I coded in the computer to play Pong. Pong, yeah. I can't remember if I talked to you guys about it, but when I was younger in college, this was the era of like the Atari and the Commodore, and so on. The early ones, right? I mean, I know that they went through variations, but the early ones at that time, Texas Instruments put out a small computer, and that's the one I bought because it was a 16-bit computer, had a 16-bit memory path, 16-bit, and so I bought that one. And it was a great computer. It was fast. The graphics were arguably better than anything else at the same time. The controls were not so good. An Atari 2600. Okay. Yeah, I can't even remember what this was called. The Texas Instruments. I can't remember what it was called, but it was just it was a sleek looking thing. I mean, yeah, it was great, and it had cartridges, that you could plug in, like game cartridges, although there weren't all that many game cartridges, but all kinds of different programs, so like a word processor cartridge that you could plug in. But the the data that you would save, the documents that you would save, then you would have to save those onto like a cassette tape, so you actually plugged in an audio cassette tape player, and kind of the way that the old modems used to work, with the sending the digital, change the digital to analog and saving it on the analog tape and so on. Really kind of strange, but it worked. And I wrote games to play on that. That was fun. Yeah, computers have come a long way. I'm anxiously awaiting Apple's next generation of computers, or the next crop. The M1s are great, absolutely great. But they're the first generation, so necessarily they just released a new laptop today. Really? Wow, what did they release? I'm curious now. An email notification. Okay, cool. Really? Because they're whatever, they've got some kind of thing in June, right? Isn't the Worldwide Developer Conference, WWDC 21 in June? And I thought that's when things are going to be announced. It wasn't like a leak or one of those YouTubers that say, this is what, we've got new information. This was an announcement of a new laptop released. Or, I mean, I heard that, the iMac, the new colorful iMac, those are now shipping. That happened a few days ago, I guess. Interesting. I'll have to search for some information on that. But yeah, I'm anxiously awaiting the next ones, the M1X or the M2. Maybe it's the new iPad Pro with upgraded chip. Oh yeah. Um. Oh, okay. That. Yeah. I'm M1 chip, right? Yeah. I mean, I've heard amazing things. Somebody was putting out, oh yeah, this is the fastest computer that Apple makes right now, or something like that. Oh, who's this? Jeeves. Hello, Jeeves. Welcome, welcome. Um, yeah, iPads. I don't do a lot of work on my iPads. I mean, I use iPads to read and write email. I mean, the things that people used to always do on their computers. But if I'm gonna do a lot of text input, I want to have a regular keyboard, and I know that you can do the smart keyboard with the iPads and so on, but it's just not quite the same. I just as soon have a computer to do my real work on. Um, I mean, watching a YouTube video or watching haps and so on. Being a consumer, yeah, I think for me, iPad is a great consumer product. Being able to consume material, the programming that's already out there. I'm a full Apple user. I'm in the entertainment industry. Okay, cool. Um, yeah, yeah. So Apple is great and getting better fairly quickly, I think. I just open on my iPad and send it to my big TV. Yeah, yeah, I do that too. When I mean, yeah, if my wife wants to watch something and I want to watch something else, then we're both there with our iPads. Uh, she's got not the newest one, not the new M1, but she's got the iPad, the 12.9 iPad Pro, the previous version. Um, I've just got the 11-inch iPad Pro. But yeah, so if we're each watching separate things, then we'll do it on our own iPads. But then yeah, if there's something that we both want to watch together, then we put it on the TV. Yeah, the newest, and you love it. Yeah, I really am impressed with. So the school, on my school budget, I got the iPad Air, the fourth generation, the iPad Air, and I had the iPad Pro from before, and I mean, of course, I mean, newer chip, newer updates, and so on. So what the old iPad 4 was probably the 12X or something like that, and then the iPad Air is the 14, the A14. So yeah. Yeah, iPad Air fourth generation, you love it. Yeah, that's what I got with my on my school budget, and it's just amazing. Um, yeah, I really really like it. A friend of mine, like a month before, had bought the iPad Pro, and side by side and so on. I mean, yeah, if you listen carefully in a quiet room, you can tell a difference in the sounds. The four speakers versus the two speakers and so on. But I mean, the pro version, the pros have some capabilities that the Air doesn't, and the new cameras are wild and so on. But I love my Air for the money. I don't think you can do any better. It's great. Okay, let's see. What else is going on here? Let's see. How about I get started here, and we'll see what happens in the world. What time is it? 9:24. Yeah, it's time to get started. I think it is time to rock and roll. All right. Let's see. Do we have enough people? Yeah, that is the question. We've got Jeeves and share, and Tacey. And Melbourne Dave, is he still around? I'm not sure. If everybody that said hi is still here. Oh, Black Eyed Dog. Can you do a lag test? All right. Yeah, we'll do a lag test. All right. So I will count to 3 and then say go. And when I say go, then everybody type a 1 and return as fast as you can, and we'll see how much lag there is. Okay. So, all right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, that's not too bad. I mean, there seems to have been some lag there, but not terrible. Oh well, then Tacey, yeah, that seemed to be quite a bit of lag. Yeah, pretty good, except Tacey. There was definitely lag there, but I think not undoable. Not such that it won't work, right? Let's see. All right, here we go. Starting right off the bat here, I need to. There it is. Window and there. And can everybody see what I see? Do you see what I see? There. No? There it is. Okay. Wait. All right. It always does this. I like to be up in the corner. Just because it's my broadcast, I think I should be up in the corner. So there we go. All right. Okay, here we go. So, question. Oh, that's right. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Okay. Question number 1. Here we are. Oh, I got to let the curtain go first, right? There's the curtain. Everybody enjoy the curtain effect. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Friendly Feud, Weekend Edition. Question number 1. Name something a teenager couldn't live without. Name something a teenager could not live without. We've had a question similar to this a long time ago. Phone cell. Okay, so share gets phone. Internet. Cell phone. I think phone and cell phone are gonna be under the same thing. Internet. We've got that. So we've got phone, cell phone, smartphone. I think all those phones are going to fall under the same thing, and internet. So those are the only two answers we have so far. So let's see, G's and Tasty needing a leg is incredibly terrible. I saw people answering before I even heard the question. Yeah. Don't know what to do about lag. I've been playing around with different scenarios. Yeah, computer. Okay, computer. That's good. Computer is definitely different than a phone or the internet. That's good. Yeah, I don't know what to do about the lag. I was playing around with different ideas about how it might be addressed, but haven't come up with anything yet. I mean, things to do that would take the lag out of it would really change a reset that you can do that is supposed to help, but I don't know what it is. Well, I mean, I could try that. There's if I go into the settings and then reset the program layout, resets the graphics server, I can try that and see how that works. Okay, restart the server. Odds are better than in the past, even with like that's true. That's true, and we've often had it where yeah, I just tried that. Well, I mean, I think, yeah, probably there is an effect of, the person, so where the person is located, because my niece in or the neater the computer or the internet connection, so I've got a niece in the Philippines that has tried to play, and just the lag is just ridiculously long. Yeah. Now he's gone or frozen. I'm gone or frozen. Oh my goodness. I don't want to be gone. I don't want to be frozen. I want to be here. Okay. Thank you for subscribing. Okay. I had to go out and come in. All right. Well, Irashima yokoso. Welcome. I'm fine now. Okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. Glad to hear. Fine. Glad to hear. I'm fine. You fine. Everybody's fine. Okay, let's find out. Did everybody give an answer? Tacey, I think you said internet, and internet was taken by Black Eyed Dog. I don't think I've gotten an answer from you since then. So, okay, we're all back. Okay, Tacey, computer. Yeah, Jeeves, I got your answer. Computer. That's cool. But I think Tacey doubled up with Black Eyed Dog, so Tacey needs a new answer. Oh, Tacey boy, no. Tacey, what do you say? Any kind of answer. Maybe the lag is just like wow lag. I mean, yeah. I know in the Philippines it was just very bad. I mean, really bad. That was really, it made this game unplayable for people in the Philippines. So right, because yeah, Tacey, I was seeing if you wanted to, your answer that you gave. The only answer I saw that you gave was internet, and somebody else, Black Eyed Dog, already gave the answer internet. So you need a new answer. Okay. At least that's the way I think it works. So what are we going to do here? We're on the first question. This is a long question, isn't it? All right. Well, Tacy, type something in. Yeah, say earbuds. Earbuds. There we go. That was fast. Wait, that was fast. I don't know how that works, but that didn't seem like much lag at all. Okay, cell phone. There we go. Cell phone. That was the share, right? It's so long ago now. Yeah, phone. Okay, share gets 49 big points for the phone. Computer. There it is. Computer for Jeeves. 13 points. Wow, a big difference between 1 and 2. Car, music, TV, money, clothes. Huh. Okay, I guess we're all in the technology frame of mind here. Music, money, clothes. Okay, all right. Earbuds equals music. Earbuds equals music. All right, I guess. Yeah, earbuds equals music. Okay, I'll go with that. Earbuds equals music. It is. It is. But they don't even say internet. I mean, computer. I mean, computer kind of implied, but we allowed computers, or I allowed computers as separate entities because it seems to me internet and computer are different. Because I do lots of stuff on my computer when I'm not connected to the internet. I'm making a lot of content and, writing and doing a lot of work for my classes on the computer. Has nothing to do with the internet. The content that I'm making prints to be handed out, and so on. So, waiting for you, Tracy. Yeah. All right, cool. So there we go. That's so share off to a good start. 49, Jeeves 13, Tacy 9, and Black Eyed Dog looking to get started here. Here we go. Question number 2. Finally. All right. What souvenir would you bring back from Hawaii? What souvenir would you bring back from Hawaii? Lay. Dancing girl. Pineapple. Dancing girl. Isn't that human trafficking? All right, share. You're in trouble now. Surfboard. There we go. 4 good answers. All right, here we go. The one that goes in your car doing the hula. Well, I mean, hey, your kinks are your own there. I don't want to hear about No. Lay is the top answer, 57 points. Right on. There we go. Black Eyed Dog jumping to the top. But sand, sand. Hawaiian sand is a souvenir. Okay. Hawaiian shirt. Yeah. Okay. I love Hawaiian shirts. Yeah. Aloha shirts. Seashell. Okay. Seashell. Grass skirt. Grass skirt. Only if the girl's still in it. No. Pineapple. There it is. Pineapple. Jeeves with the pineapple. Only 4 points for pineapple. Wow. All right. I guess everybody's going to bring home a lay. I don't know. And coconut. Coconut. Pineapple and coconut. Now it's supposed to be lime. Put the lime in the coconut. Drink them both together. Put the lime in the. Okay. All right. So 57 points now for Black Eyed Dog. 49 for Share. 17 for Jeeves, and 9 for Tracy. Yeah. That was coconut and the dancing and the skirt equal dancing girl. That's true. Where'd my cursor go? All right, there it is. I guess. Okay, name some place where you'd see a lot of people gossiping. That should be where. Yeah, 2 coconuts. There you go. Name some place where you'd see a lot of people gossiping. Church, restaurant, coffee shop, Family gathering. All right. Good answers. Good answers. Good answers. Let's see what the party. Restaurant, coffee shop, family gathering. Family gathering, party, a family party. Share. You're always making things difficult for me, aren't you? It's a mall. The mall. No shopping. The mall. Place of worship. There we go. Church, synagogue, temple. Right. So place of worship. 18. Okay, and work. Okay, work. School. Yeah. Hair salon. Or hair saloon. Coffee shop. There it is. Coffee shop. G's with the coffee shop. 4 points. Party. I mean, I almost want to give. Well, family's party. Yeah, they do. I can't find my cursor. Can't find my. This happened before. I cannot. Oh, wait. Oh, there it is. Oh, finally got it back. Okay. Whew. Sorry about that. Okay. So what do we got there? Not much of a change there. 9 for Tracy, 21 for G's, 49 for Cher, and 75 now for Black Eyed Dog. Okay. All right, question number 4. Let's make this a good one. All right. Here we go. Question 4. Name something a king has but most men don't. Name something a king has but most men don't. Money. Crown. Yeah, a king has a crown. King has money. What does a king have but most men don't? A queen, right? That's actually the first thing that popped into my mind. Which makes me a king because my wife is a queen. Yeah, okay. And who are we waiting for? Jeeves. Let it be a crown. A crown has been taken. Welcome. Let it be. You are very, very welcome. Let's see. Let it be. Castle. I like it. Okay. And army. There you go. All right. Good answers all around. Okay. Here we go. Let's find out. Crown. There it was. A crown. Black-eyed dog again with 53. Wow. 53 big points. Okay. Castle. There it is. Castle. Jeeves with the castle. 11 points. Geez, you get a lot of second place answers, but those points are really small. Well, I don't know what's happening. Marriage to queen. Okay, so he's got a queen, right? There's the answer. I knew that was a good one. Queen for Casey. 10 points. More than doubled your points. Well done. Throne. Okay. Riches. Money. That's money. Money is riches. Okay. 6 for Cher. And let's see. Servants. Command. You command an army. You command servants. Command. He has what a king has, but other men don't. A king has a command. meant to have an army. Yeah, right? Exactly. I mean, that's, yeah, exactly. 3. Okay, well, 131 points now for Black Eyed Dog. Share, 55. 32 for Jeeves, 19 for Tacey, and Let It Be. 3 points. We're at the midway mark here. The midway mark, long way to go. Anything could happen. Here we go. Question number 5. After a week of camping, what luxury, or home are you most excited to have again? What luxury, home are you most excited to have again? After a week of camp, at home. What luxury from home? What luxury? Anyway, what luxury? Bed, shower, toilet, shower. Okay, Jeeves, try again. Bed, shower, toilet. Good answers. After a week of camping, what luxury are you most excited to have again? What luxury at home? Of home? What luxury of home? TV. There you go, TV. So bed, shower, toilet, TV. Internet connection. Yes, there we go. All right. Good answers, everyone. Okay, bed. Cher gets the bed. 35 big points. Okay, well done. Shower. Okay, shower is... Oh, shower with Black Eyed Dog got in there first for 25 points. TV. There it is. TV, Jeeves. 13. 13 points for Jeeves. Good. Toilet, there it is. Toilet, Let It Be. 11 points. Electricity. All right. Yeah. Luxury, electricity. Sure. Yeah. Air conditioner. Okay. Yes, there is camping in Japan. Yep. Yeah, there, you don't see a lot of the Winnebagos and so on, but yeah, the camping, there are campgrounds, camp areas, have cabins that you can rent and things like that too. Computer, computer, internet connection, computer, internet connection. We'll go with it. 3 points. So there we go. 156 now for Black Eyed Dog. 90 points for Cher. 45 for Jeeves. 22 for Tacey. And 14 for Let It Be. We're rocking and rolling. All right. Here we go. Yep. Okay, question number 6 it is. 6 it is. Tell me something you'd be reluctant to buy from a rummage sale. Something you'd be reluctant to buy from a rummage sale. Bra. I think we'll probably go with underwear, all underwear. So bra. Yeah, I think bra is going to cover all underwear. I would be surprised if they list each piece of underwear separately, briefs, panties, bras. I mean, I just have a feeling that it's going to be, sock. Okay. Yeah, that's not your typical underwear, right? Yeah, socks, toothbrush. Okay, electronics. I wonder if that's going to be too broad. So you've got electronics, but if electronics is more refined than that, right? So what particular kind of electronics? V3R. Jockstrap. Okay, I mean, yeah, that's kind of sports underwear. I have a feeling that's not going to be there, but you're welcome to keep that answer. Oh, VCR, VCR. I thought Jeeves had socks. Oh, if socks are underwear. But what? Wait a minute. Black Eyed Dog. What's Jeeves' answer? Socks or VCR? Um, I mean, yeah, I thought it was socks. I thought it was socks. I bought some leggings at a rummage sale, and I felt weird but they were so cute. We'll go with socks. Okay. So, black-eyed dog. Do you want to, narrow it down? So, a kitchen appliance. Okay. So, if it's the broad one, you've got electronics. If it's narrow, then kitchen appliance. Okay. Here we go. Underwear. See, yeah, I had a feeling I couldn't remember for sure, but underwear. So share with bra gets the big points. 51. This is a horse race again, or a dog race, this is a race again. That's what it is. Shoes. Okay, shoes. What about socks? TV. Yeah. See, I had that feeling that that there might be a difference between, for example, computer and TV or something like that. That's why I asked for clarification with electronics. Swimsuit. Oh, there's a good answer. Swimsuit. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Food. Yeah, yeah. I'd recommend against not buying food at a rummage sale. Car. You rummage around for a car. Yeah, I mean, okay. I guess, yeah. Garage sale. Bed. Yeah, I don't want to, unless it's tamales. Bed. Yeah, I wouldn't want to inherit somebody else's bed problems there. And computer. Interesting. Let's see. So what did we have here? We had so bra and the electronics. I mean, TV and computer are both electronics, but like I said, that's kind of the problem. Yeah, I just think electronics is like, it's like if their answers were, to a question were, you know, table and sofa and desk or something like that, and somebody said furniture, it seems like it's anyway. I bought food at some sale as the leggings. Okay, all right. Well, you're a risk taker, aren't you? Well, it looks to me like share is the only one that hit a home run on this one. um, Black Eyed Dog sell 156. Share now 141. Wow. Still 45 for Jeeves, 22 for Tacey, and 14 for Let It Be. Unless I got it wrong. Yep. Yeah. Okay. All right. Here we go. We're at question number 7 already. All right. Let's go. Which quality do you think a boss looks for when first hiring a new employee? Which quality? So we're looking for a quality. Do you think a boss looks for when hiring a new employee? Honesty. Honest. Yep. Assertive. Competence. Funny. These are good answers. Yeah, I mean, it really depends. Yeah, friendly. Okay, good. Right. Yeah, it depends so much on what, I mean, when a boss looks for first when hiring a new employee. Yeah, it depends on the type of job, right? I had to really think about that one. Yeah, okay. Appearance. Okay, yeah. Right. Guy's hiring himself a personal secretary. Okay, there you go. It's got okay. Honesty. There it is. Honesty for sure. 18 puts you in the lead at the current time. We'll see how things shake out. Experience. Experience is a quality. Experience is which quality do you think of it? The quality of experience. All right, well, that's what they say. Personality. Friendly personality. Friendly. That seems to be the best fit. Let's see what else. Education. Competence. Education. So far, that's the best fit. Let's see what else. Intelligence, competence, intelligence, assertive personality. Yeah, this is confidence, competence, confidence. No, all right. So let's see. What do we got here? Honest, we got that. Appearance, nobody had that. Experience, nobody got that. Personality, I mean, a friendly personality, a funny sense of humor. I guess the sense of humor is part of personality. Um, assertive, yeah, is part of personality. Yeah, assertive. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Competence would be experience, wouldn't it? In a way that, yeah, that actually that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, experience, competence. Okay. So experience. All right. We'll do that. 14 points. If my pen works, there it is. 14 points for experience, for competence for experience. Um, confidence is assertive confidence. Black Eyed Dog gets his 5 points there. Um, funny personality, funny. Good morning, happy. Um, I think add experience, education, intelligence equals competence. Yeah. Shows the personality if you're funny. I mean, yeah, personality obviously means a good personality. I mean, we all have personality. Some people have not such great personalities, right? So personality. All right. But funny and friendly. Funny and friendly. Personality. Friendly. I mean, I almost see friendly as personality. I tell you what, I'm gonna give. I mean, because neither one of you got it spot on, but both of you, I think, are close. I'm gonna divide personality. Give you each of you 7 points between funny and friendly. Anybody got a problem with that? Funny is personality. Oh, funny is personality. Okay, but friendly personality. Froze here. Be right back. Okay. All right. So yeah, 7 points each. 7 points each. Just because you don't get a full 14 because you made me think too hard. You made me work too hard for that one. So let's see. Oh, we have a heck of a game here. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, so how's this? Black Eyed Dog in the lead with 161, followed closely by Cher with 159. 2 points separate our first two, our leaders, our two leaders. Then 52 points for Jeeves, 29 for Tacey, 28 for Let It Be. This is a game. This is a game. All right. All kinds of excitement going on here. Yes, I split the point. Yep. Okay, back. All right, here we go. Question number Hachi 8 ocho. Name something you need in order to get a great job. Neves, hmm. Name something you need in order to get a great job. Is this the same kind of a question that we just had? Experience goes to share. Education to Let It Be. Skill goes to Jeeves. A degree, okay. A resume, good answer. So we got them. Let's see. Experience, education, skill, degree, resume. Oh yeah, education would be degree. You're right. Connections. Okay, yeah, I like that. Okay, experience, education, skill, resume, connections. That's it. All right. And we find that the points are resume. There it is. Tasty resume. 34 big points. Well done. Boosts you into third place at the time being. Okay. Education. Education. Let it be. Got the education. Let it be education. 30 big points. Okay. Wow. This could be a big turning point in this game. Experience. There it is. Experience. Experience. That was share. Share got the experience. 13. Put you into first place for now. Good looks. Yeah, okay. Nobody picked that one. Okay. Personality. Here we go again. Personality. All right. Intelligence. Intelligence. Now we've already got education, so intelligence. Okay. Connections. There it is. Connections. Black-eyed dog gets 3 connections. Jeeves, what was Jeeves' answer? Skill. Skill. Yeah, I guess not. Good looks, personality, intelligence. Yeah, okay. All right. So what do we got here? Oh, yeah, this is okay. So 164 for Black-eyed Dog, 172 for Share. So Share is in the lead right now. 52 still for Jeeves, 63 for Tacey, and 58 for Let It Be. So first place Share, second. So that was after question 8. We got 2 questions left. Share, Black-eyed Dog, Tacey, Let It Be, and Jeeves is the order. All right. So very close race for first, second. Third place is absolutely up for grabs. Excellent game. Here we go. Question 9. Name a food you cook for which you don't need to read a recipe. Name a food you cook for which you don't need to read a recipe. A food you cook. Hamburger. Mac and cheese. Sandwich. Hamburger, mac and cheese. I mean, shoot. Don't need to read a recipe. Absolutely everything I cook. I never look at a recipe. Fried chicken, Jello, potato chips. There you go. All right. Yes. Happy with the potato chips. Absolutely. You do not need. Don't need a recipe for potato chips, right? Step 1, open the bag. Step 2, reach your hand inside. Okay, here we go. Eggs. Eggs. Nobody had eggs. Wait a minute. Give everybody a chance to answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right, good. All right, so nobody came up with eggs, but we got 6 people, 6 more answers. Here we go. Rice. I should have thought of that, right? Here I am in the rice capital of the world. Well, no, maybe second to China, but here we go. Mac and cheese, there it is. Share with the mac and cheese. Mac and cheese, good for 11 points. Extend your lead. There you go. Soup. I mean, that's like, wow, there's so many different kinds of soup. How could you say you don't need a recipe for any kind of soup? I don't know. Spaghetti. All right. Boil the noodles. Dump on the sauce. It's done. Right. Okay. Unless you're making your sauce your own, right? Frozen pizza. Yeah. I mean, well, anything frozen. What kind of a cop out is that? Frozen lasagna. Frozen whatever. Must be 20 years old. Yeah. Cookies. That's almost potato chips. I mean, it's the same level of idea there, Where's the top, the cup ramen? Right. Yeah. I mean, this is mac and cheese. I mean, yeah, mac and cheese. All right. Well, fortunately, there's one question left. 164 still for Black Eyed Dog, 183 for Cher, G's still at 52, Tacey at 63, and Let It Be at 58. So, yeah, first and second are going to be Black Eyed Dog and Cher. We don't know which is which yet. But third place is absolutely up for grabs. We don't know what's going to happen there. Okay. All right. So here we go. Last question. Name a pastime more respectable than watching TV. Name a pastime more respectable than watching TV. Read. Oh, Black Eyed Dog got the read. Reading. Gardening. There you go. Good answer. Happy Gora. Yes. Good answer. Walking. There you go. That's, yeah, these healthy alternatives. Either improve your mind, improve your body. Playing chess. Yeah, another good mind expanding pastime there. Baking. So we've got reading, gardening, walking, baking, playing chess, and drive with TV, and traveling for Tacey. All right, there we go. Good answers all around. And what do we got here? Reading. Oh, surprise, surprise. 39 points. 39. Don't know yet. Let's see. Exercise. Walking is exercise. In my book. That's the only exercise I get. So walking for Jeeves is 22 points. 22 points. Oh. Sports. Sandlot baseball is the only sport that we had here. Sports. So Brian gets 12 points for sports. Crafts. Nobody came up with crafts, I don't think. Baking. Nah, that's not quite a craft. Playing an instrument. Okay, playing an instrument. That's a good one. Listening to radio. Watching TV. Listening to radio is better than okay in some people's eyes, I guess. And cooking, there it is. Somebody said cooking, right? Baking. All right, baking. Let it be baking. 3 points for baking. Okay. Okay. Huh? Sure. What was Cher's answer? Reading, and then playing chess. That's right, playing chess. Sorry. Playing instrument. No, playing chess. All right. So yeah, that was close. So Black Eyed Dog pulls ahead. Pulls ahead at the very last 203 points for the final total. 183 for Cher in second place. 74 for Jeeves in third place. 63 for Tacey. 61 for Let It Be. And even 12 points for Brian at the end there. Yeah, okay. Well done, everyone. Well played game. It was a nail biter right up till the end. Board games would have been good. Yeah. Again, these people, they don't give reasonable answers a lot of times, Yeah, sorry about that, Brian. Yeah, we just finished up the game. Yeah. I only have the one game prepared today. It's been a busy week. Y'all are lucky I was held up at work. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I got some stuff to do this afternoon, so I kind of did my broadcast a little early today, and I've been busy. We're online with all my classes, right? So I was talking about this before. Basically every morning and Friday all day long, I'm on the computer doing my lessons online. So, uh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, thank you. Let it be. Thank you very much for the award. Stay safe. Appreciate it. That's right. You weren't able to. Yeah, which reminds me, that's one thing that I've got to do as soon as I get off here is send out the certificates to you people that haven't gotten yours yet. Black Eyed Dog, I think I owe you. I owe you a certificate for the last game. Only one? Was it only one? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, I owe Black Eyed Dog a first place. Let It Be a third place. I owe. And now I've got Black Eyed Dog a first place. So I got two first place for Black Eyed Dog. A second and a third for a second for Share. Okay, and Jeeves, right? Jeeves gets a third place. And let's see, who else? We have Brian, your third place. Gotta get on the stick. Oh, thank you so much for the awards. Thank you. Yeah, I will get those out there. Then you can print them up on a high resolution printer and proudly display them on your walls for all the world to see. Add them to your profile pic. Put them on your part of your Facebook profile there, right? Post them in Facebook. Yeah, this is what I won, right? Share them to the world. Let everybody know. Stop presenting. Yes, I'm going to stop presenting, and it's just me again. Yeah, it's just me. So while I'm here, I'm waiting. My wife will be home in a little bit here, but while I'm waiting, I was going to tell you guys the story of Urashima Taro, just in time for me to start making dinner. Okay, well, that's cool. Thanks for playing Share. I'll get you your certificate, and watch for next time. You have a mic stand, looking professional. Oh, yeah. I actually had that at school, but I changed, in my office. I changed my setup in my office, and so I just brought this home because I didn't need this. All right, you listen while you cook. All right, sounding good. All right, so thanks, Share. And yeah, my mic stand. I like it. It's nice. It's not a real fancy mic, but it seems to work okay, I guess. Like I said, I've got the fan running. I don't have the air conditioner on. I've got the fan running. You're probably picking up some white noise in the background there. But anyway, so anyway, I'm going to tell you the story now of Urashima Taro. Urashima Taro. This is a folk tale of Japan, right? A folk tale of Japan called Urashima Taro. Urashima is like the back island or something like that. Ura means behind, and Shima is island, and Taro is just a common boy or man's name. Keep it old school. Headset with the mic. Yeah. I'm actually looking at that. It's that's actually in a lot of ways a lot nicer, I think. Been seriously thinking about going that route. Doesn't that folktale have some similarities to Rip Van Winkle? Oh, somebody knows their stuff here. Yes. Yeah. In a way, it does. I mean, there are differences and similarities. Absolutely. Okay. Yeah. So, all right, everybody. got your popcorn ready for this little story here. Okay, so Urashima Taro. But this Urashima Taro is a fisherman. Okay, and he was, he was he was poor, but he was a nice guy. He was still young and kind, so a young, kind, nice, all around good guy fisherman, right? Anyway, he's doesn't have a lot of money, but he's got his fishing pole, right, and so on, and he heads out to sea to try and catch some fish, right? That's what a fisherman does. Makes sense. And then so he's headed to his boat, right, and he sees some children on the beach there. He sees some children, and these children have captured a tortoise, a sea turtle. Okay, and they were, they had tied it up, and they were, basically teasing it. They were treating this turtle badly. Okay, teasing this turtle, not a nice thing to do. And the turtles, he's trying to get away. He's trying to hide in his shell, like turtles do, and so on. But the children would just, grab it by the leg or the tail or whatever they could, or with the string, and drag it along, and so on. And anyway, Urashima Taro, tired of watching this, and he, like I said, he's a good kid. He's a young man, but he's nice. And he says, "Hey kid, get away from that turtle. Stop treating that turtle so badly. Don't tease him." Right? And but the kids, laugh and tease, because they don't have much respect for this fisherman, right? Oh, you're just a fisherman. What do you know? We caught this thing. It's ours. So we'll do with it. We do with it as we want. So you just get out of here. Leave us alone, right? But Urashima Taro, like I said, he's a poor fisherman, but he reaches into his pocket and he finds, just a couple of coins, right? Just a few coins. And, he looks at the children, right? And he can tell that, they aren't all that well off either. He figures that they're probably greedy. I mean, they're not nice little kids, so he said, "Hey, tell you what, I'll trade you my coins for that turtle." Right. And so the kids say, "Yeah, well, yeah, it's a good deal for them." Right. They'd already tormented the turtle for a while anyway, and they get some money out of the deal. So they do it. They take it, they grab the money and run. Short. Right. So Urashima Taro, right. So the fisherman, he unties the tortoise, the strings wrapped all around his legs and so on. And he's saying, there, it'll be all right. You're free now. He strokes the turtle and is kind to it. And he says, "Okay, you go on home now, turtle. You just be careful not to get caught again." Right. And so the turtle, the turtle realizes he's free, right? He looks this way, looks that way, looks up at the fisherman, and nods his head and swims away, right? A few days later, so Urashima Taro was out fishing, and he saw a little head sticking out. He saw a little turtle's head sticking out from the waves. Right, he was out in the sea, and he saw a little turtle head poking up from the waves. Right, and he realized that this was the turtle that he had saved. Okay, and so the turtle saying, "Urashima-san, Urashima-san, Mr. Urashima, Mr. Urashima, thank you for your kindness. Thank you for helping me, saving me from those bad boys the other day. I've been searching for you. I've come to find you, to take you to Ryugu, which is Ryugu, right? Ryugu, which is this wonderful place under the sea, and I'm here to take you there, right?" And Urashima Taro was, surprised, of course, but also happy and excited. He said, "Wow, that sounds like great. That sounds great. Yeah, that would be wonderful." And so Urashima Taro sat there in his boat and he watched as this tortoise grew bigger and bigger and bigger until the turtle was basically the same size as Urashima Taro's boat, right? And he said, "Hey, look at me. See how big I can get. So I'm big enough now to carry you. So climb on my back, right? Climb on my." So that's what Urashima Taro did. He was very excited to see this Ryugu place, and so he climbed on the tortoise's back. Now, Ryugu means dragon palace. Okay, dragon palace. But it was rumored to be a wonderful place deep down in the sea. Okay, but that's what Ryugu means, dragon palace. Okay, and Urashima Taro, had heard of this place, right? It's a famous place, but of course nobody has seen it. Nobody has ever been there. Nobody has visited. It's this place of legends, right? But here this turtle is offering to take Urashima Taro to this place, right? So obviously, Urashima Taro is really stoked. He's really excited. All right, this is going to be great, man. So he'd also heard rumors that there was a beautiful princess who lived there, and this beautiful princess, this is an old story, but the story is this beautiful princess never grows old, and so she was always young and beautiful and lived down there, right? So the tortoise with Urashima Taro on his back swims and swims and swims, and they dives down deep into the sea with Urashima Taro on his back. I don't know how, I don't know how he's Urashima Taro is breathing there. Maybe he can hold his breath a long time. I don't know. But anyway, they go deeper, deeper, deeper down into the sea, right? And Urashima Taro saw the looked like grass, the seaweed waving in the ocean there, right? And he saw fish, from the deep ocean, fish that he'd never seen before. He's a fisherman, but these are fish in the parts of the ocean that he had never seen before. And then as they came near to the Ryugu, the dragon palace, other kinds of fish, all kinds of fish came out to greet him. Say, "Hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome, welcome," right? And so lots of different animals, seahorses and this kind of animals, and so all kinds of sea creatures that were like holding lanterns and waving and so on. All of these animals at the palace greeting him, right? And the palace was, of course, beautiful. It was the stuff of legends, right? It was a beautiful building, and I mean, it was just an amazing, beautiful place. And the tortoise, swam through, the rows of the animals, waving and greeting and holding lanterns and trumpets and all that stuff, right? And went up to the end. This is at the front gates, right before the front gates, and the turtle swam up, and the with, of course, Urashima Taro on his back, and the gates, the portals opened wide, and there on the other side of the portal, on the other side of the gate, was the beautiful princess standing there waiting to greet him, right? And there she was. She was beautiful, right? Slender, long black hair. Remember, this is Japan, right? So everybody has black hair. So long black hair, all done up very nicely, and her dress was beautiful. Couldn't really tell what it was made out of. It was a material that Urashima Taro wasn't aware of, right? But it is soft and shiny and kind of floated around her and so on. So this princess was just absolutely the most beautiful thing that Urashima Taro had ever seen or imagined. Okay, and so she's there, she's greeting him, and she holds out her hand, right? and she says in just a beautiful voice, "Oh, Urashima Taro, you have been so kind to my tortoise. Um, thank you so much. Wouldn't you please come into the palace and spend some time with me? I would like to thank you properly. You've been a good friend to the tortoise, and the tortoise is important to me. Please come in and spend some time." And Urashima Taro, of course, he was really excited. He was really happy. The this was the princess, the ruler of this Ryugu, the ruler of this dragon palace, and so these animals were all basically her servants, right? I mean, they served her with kindness and love and so on. And so anything that he would want, he just needed to ask, and these servant fish and other animals um, would would get whatever he wanted, right? So he went into the room that was prepared for him, and they had nice clothes already for him to put on, similar to similar material to what the princess is wearing, right? And so he goes in there and he cleans up a little bit. Obviously, he cleans up. He had been just this poor fisherman, with just the ragged clothes and so on, but he goes down there and they prepare for him this beautiful suit of clothes, and he comes out looking to be like a prince, a very handsome young man, after changing clothes and cleaning up and so on. And the princess is waiting for him. They take him to the banquet hall and show him all the wonders of the sea life and so on. And he had everything he wanted, a wonderful palace to live in, delicious food, clothes, servants, these servant animals, intelligent animals to serve on him at his beck and call, right? And the sea folk, they entertained him, the put on shows and entertained him and so on. And Urashima Taro had no concept of time. Days, time went on. He wasn't really aware of it. He was just in bliss this entire time. Everything that he could possibly want was provided for him, and he was in this beautiful place. And so he spent day after day after day, and he was just entranced. He was just enamored of this beautiful princess and this wonderful lifestyle and so on. And so month after month, year after year go by, right? But he is a man, right? And he has memory, and he had friends and family in a life on land, and it was different. And he never forgot about those things. And although he was living a wonderful life, he would think of them sometimes, and sometimes feel homesick, miss his friends and so on, the people that he knew from the land, right? I mean, this is a wonderful life, but it's a princess and a bunch of fish, right? So every once in a while he'd kind of get that homesick feeling, right? And the princess noticed this. Once in a while he'd be a little bit seemed to be a little bit sad and so on, sad and lonely. And so she asked him, what's wrong? You have everything you could possibly desire. What's wrong? And he told her, hey, I miss my home. I miss my friends. I can't forget them. This is the most wonderful place I could possibly imagine, but I think I need to go home. I just miss my life and my friends and family there. And so, it was hard. But she understand. People get lonely when they're away from people from the upper world, right? I think it's best if you do just go home. I understand, right? And so Urashima Taro, bowed, Japanese style. He bowed and he went into his room and he put on his old fisherman clothes again, right? And they still smelled of the upper world, right? The world of land, right? And that made him even more homesick, and he was more anxious to get home quickly, right? And so again, he goes and says his last farewells to the princess. And at this time, when the princess says goodbye, she has a black box, a shiny, it's lacquered, this black box in her hands. And she says to Urashima Taro, I give you this box, right? You must carry it wherever you go. It will prove, it's a great treasure, but never, never open it. Okay? All right. So I understand you have to go. Sad to see you go, but I'm going to give you this box. This box is a great treasure, but you can never, ever open it. Okay. So, Urashima Taro is looking at the princess, and he can see that she is, sad to see him go. He was obviously very sad to part from her also, as well as, this wonderful place and so on. But he received the gift and bowed to her again, and then walked toward the turtle, the tortoise, who was going to take him back home. Right. So he left this beautiful dragon palace, Ryugu, right? And, went miles, back up, back to the land, and back to basically the tortoise took him back to his home, right? And, Urashima Taro, jumped off the turtle, and he looks around. And he said, "Oh yes, this is my place. This is I'm home, right?" And he's so happy and excited, right? And so he's still holding on to the box and so on, right? And he, still holding his box, he ran back to his home, right, to his little house, right? And as soon as he got there, things looked different. Things, he couldn't understand, because it looked old. It looked deserted. There was no one there. It was dilapidated. The roof had fallen in. Grass had grown up around it. No one had cared for it. Insects and spiders and so on were all around everywhere. And, he totally confused. He couldn't understand. So he wandered around, and no matter where he went, he couldn't find anyone that he recognized. None of his friends, none of the places, all his relatives and friends had disappeared. Nobody recognized him. In fact, they all kind of laughed at him, because the way he was dressed was very old-fashioned now, right? Okay, so, but he's asking him, "Don't you know Urashima? Urashima the fisherman. Haven't you heard of Urashima the fisherman? Isn't there anybody that knows me?" Then an old man came up and said, "Oh, I've heard of that name. I've heard that name, Urashima. Yeah, there was a young man by that name that lived here. And there's a story about him going off to sea on the back of a turtle. But that's been hundreds of years ago. So that's just an old story, right?" And then Urashima Taro just kind of gave up and started wandering around along the seashore, because he was home, but he wasn't. It was the right place, but hundreds of years have passed since he was there. And then, he remembered that he still had, that black box, right? And, he's sad and lonely. He's away from the beautiful palace and the princess, but he's also away from his friends and family and relatives, because the place is right, but the people are wrong. So he looks at this box and says, "This is all I've got left. I know I was told not to, but this box is all I've got. I'm going to open it, right? It's all I've got. I'm going to open it." So he sits down on the beach, and he lifts up the lid. right? And as he lifts up the lid, smoke, a column of smoke begins to rise out of the box, right? And then completely comes around and completely surrounds him, right? And after the smoke clears, he finds that he himself has changed into an old man. White hair, wrinkled skin. He's just hunched over. He's an extremely old man now. Urashima, I'm sorry to say, did not meet with what could be considered a happy ending. He did, because he didn't keep his promise to the princess, and he was never able to find the turtle again. He had to spend the rest of his life as an old man in a place that he knew, but among people that he no longer knew. And that's the end of the story of Urashima Taro. Yeah, so a little bit like Rip Van Winkle. I mean, except he didn't actually, sleep. I mean, he had a life. Like we said, for hundreds of years, he lived in paradise, basically for hundreds of years. It's just that even if it was paradise, because he missed his old life, he went back there, and yeah, he could have lived another life, a whole lifetime on land, but he broke his promise and opened the box, and that's where all his age, I guess, had been stored. Kind of the portrait of Dorian Gray type of thing, right? I don't know. Okay, so anyway, that is the story of Urashima Taro. A lot of similar to Moses. Okay. Sad tale. Yeah. I guess the moral of the story is keep your promises, right? I mean, this is a nice guy, right? I mean, he saved a turtle. He gave his last coins in order to save this turtle from being tormented. He got a reward for that, right? He got a reward for that. And like I said, hundreds of years had gone by. So he had spent a long, long time under the sea in this paradise. But in the end, yeah, the ending was not a fairy tale ending, right? Yeah, an excellent story. Thanks. These stories are, like I said, these are very, very famous stories in Japan. I haven't memorized them. I have notes over here to help me remember them. So many fairy tales are gruesome. Yeah, Grimm's. I mean, is that where the term grim came from? Because Grimm's fairy tales are often grim, right? Yeah. Yeah. But this was, this was. I mean, it's a sad story. But then again, like I said, you have to remember that he did, because of his kindness, he was able to spend the equivalent of many lifetimes in what's arguably a paradise, right? Couldn't the princes have told him, look, when you get up there, well, I mean, I guess it's, what is it? I mean, it's like, do what I say. I shouldn't need to explain to you why. I mean, if you're a parent and you're sometimes you just tell your kids, I mean, the explanation is just more than you're willing to give at that particular point in time. It's just do it. This is I'm telling you as your parent, this is what's best. Just do it, right? I guess that was maybe something of what it was. Open the box and you age 200 years. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that would have been nice to have a hint, but I guess that was it. I mean, as long as you were able to overcome the temptation, I mean, that's the key, right? You're told that this box is a treasure, but one that you can never open. Okay. So, and you continue to be rewarded. It's a treasure in the fact that it's keeping your age away from you, but it's only a treasure as long as you are obedient, right? As long as you are a faithful, follower of this princess, I guess. Um, so yeah, it's your treasure as long as you're faithful, as long as you keep to your promise, right? Break the promise. Yeah, well, yeah. Anyway, so I've got that was what was that? That was Urashima Taro. I've got at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got like 8 more stories that I know of. And I'm doing a little research. I'm going to see if I can find some more stories. I know that there are more. I've already told. I don't know if you guys heard the stories, but I told the Shitakiri Suzume, the sparrow with the cut tongue. I told that story, and then there's Kintaro. Kintaro is the strong boy. And then there's what else did I tell? Oh, Nezumi no Yomeiri. Nezumi, the mouse. Nezumi is mouse. Yomeiri is bride, right? So the mouse bride, basically. The marriage of the mouse, or however you want to translate it. They should sell a black box with a copy of the poem. Yeah, yeah. People keep their promises. Good things, they can keep the good things. But you break your promise, and all bets are off. Right? All bets are off. Yeah. Um, yeah. So some of the other. So this was the fisherman and the tortoise story, and then there's um, Kaguya Hime. Kaguya Hime is the luminous princess. Kaguya Hime. And then there's Momotaro, which is the Peach Boy. That's kind of an interesting story. The Peach Boy. Well, actually, all these are interesting. Momotaro, the Peach Boy. Kachikachiyama, which is I kind of like that one too. That one's interesting. Kachikachiyama. I don't even know how to. Kachikachi is kind of a sound. Kachikachi. Anyway. And then there's uh, uh, Kobutori Ji-san. Kobu is like a growth, right? A mole or something like that, a growth. Kobu. And Tori is to take away. So Kobutori Ji-san is a story of men with these growths on their face, right? And so on. Hanasaka Jiji, the old man who made trees blossom. Yeah, Hanasaka. Hana is flower, and saku, or saku is to bloom, right? So, Ishumboshi is the tiny boy, the 1 inch boy, which is another Ishumboshi. All right, yeah, Ishumboshi. Yeah, I haven't done that one yet. Isunboshi is an interesting one. That story freaked you out as a kid? Really interesting. Who was the guy who turned into leprosy? Don't know that story. Not exactly. Yeah, I mean, yeah. There, so yeah, Isunboshi, the 1 inch boy, Bunbuku Chagama, which is the lucky cauldron, I guess. Oh, the old man with the okay, yeah. The Kobutori Ji-san, right? Kobutori Ji-san, yeah, the man with the growth, yeah. That yeah, I could see where that one would kind of freak you out. Okay, Isun Boshi, all right, and Sarukani Kassen, Sarukani Kassen, uh, the monkey, the monkey crab fight, the monkey and the crab fight. Yeah, these are all stories from old Japan. Um, Kind of interesting. Um, don't want to tell them all at once. Spread them out little by little, and it's not always clear what the moral. Like I said, this one, you know, it's if you do good things, you'll be rewarded. But even if you're basically a good person and so on, but still, if you break a promise, it can come back to bite you in the rear, right? Or turn you into an old man. Mhm. Yeah, they're good stories. I enjoy them. There's actually another one that I have. How did that go? Oh, there it is. Why is this over here? Okay. There's another one that I have that has even more uh, Japanese folk tales in it. Where'd it go? So this one has a lot of stories. Some of them I'm not familiar with, and so I need to actually get familiar with them before I. So, the Owl's Paint Shop, that one I've heard of. Sparrow and Swallow, that's another one I've heard of. The Lizard's Tales, that's another one. Yeah, the Fourth Leg, Mouse Teeth, Earthworm and Snake, uh, Skywatcher, Bracken and Snake, Melting Grass, The Mice Make a Pilgrimage. Those are all about animals, and then they got some about people. Stories about table manners and the peach peddler and the demon's mask and so on. So on. The boy with the runny nose. Yeah, there's a lot of these. A lot of them I don't know. But yeah, that's one thing that I want to do. One, I want to read these stories myself, become familiar with them. Some of them I have in English, some of them I have in Japanese. A lot of them I don't have in both, and so that's kind of a problem. Not always sure of my translations. So, but yeah, I want to do that. I think it's interesting to other people, other cultures, folk tales and so on. Very funny names. Yeah, yeah. It's interesting. But yeah, a lot of the I mean, these stories were traditionally just verbally told stories. Somebody eventually wrote them down, but these stories are from probably older than writing itself. Yeah, spirits of old things. You are watched. Snow Woman. That one's one that I've heard of. The moon sticks out its tongue. Um, so these others are very, very short, right? So, for example, the moon sticks out its tongue. So, um, there's a city, Fukushima City, which is infamous, because that's where the tidal wave, the earthquake area, the tidal wave that damaged the nuclear reactors was in Fukushima, right? So maybe you've heard of that. But Amado Bridge is west of Fukushima City, and it used to be a place where it was famous for tanuki, which is, I've heard it called raccoon dog. It's not a raccoon, although it does look similar in some ways. The coloring is similar to raccoons in some ways, but they're quite different. They are different than raccoons. So yeah, if you could maybe imagine a hybrid between a raccoon and a dog, but the coloring and so on of a raccoon. So that's a tanuki. Anyway, this short story is called "The Moon Sticks Out Its Tongue." Okay, and so one evening, two men from a village were walking near the Amado Bridge, right? This bridge west of Fukushima City. And from the mountains, a beautiful full moon rose up. So they took the time to take a look and admire it, right? And then a second moon rose up near a pine tree. Okay. Oh, we should admire this moon too. We've got two moons now. We should appreciate both of them. We should admire both moons, right? And so that's what the men said. And so, that's what they said. But they knew that it must be one of these tanuki pretending to be, pretending to be the moon. So they added, it usually sticks its tongue out when we praise it. Will that happen this time? Right. So when we praise the moon, usually the moon sticks its tongue out. So will that happen this time? So they admired the moon and then the other moon. Which moon will stick out its tongue? The moon by the pine tree stuck out its tongue. So the two men picked up some mud and threw it at the second moon, and it disappeared. Right. So that's the thing. So the tanuki. Yeah, I'm sorry. You don't have enough background. So tanuki are these animals. They are real animals here in Japan. They live in the woods, in the mountains, and so on. And like I said, look a little bit similar to raccoons, but they have a reputation of being kind of magical animals. They can do this, like they can take on shapes of other things. Like, so this one was, took on the shape of the moon, I guess. What was the purpose of that? I don't really understand in this story, but there are other stories where they take on the shape of humans that can actually look like people, and so on. But they're kind of mischievous, right? So people are not so afraid of them as they are, unhappy with them because they can be mischievous and so on. Yeah. I thought there might have been a story about mice and musubi, but I don't remember the name. Mice and musubi. I mean, yeah, the famous story about mice, the famous one is the one, the Nezumi Nanka Yomeiri, Nezumi no Yomeiri, the marriage of the mouse. That's the famous story I know about mice. There are so many, and some of them I'm more familiar with. Some of them I read to my daughter in either English or Japanese, or sometimes both. Yeah, I could do that. I could read you a story in Japanese. You want to hear the story in Japanese? I've got the story here. So Urashima Taro, right? I could read that in Japanese. That would be really boring for you. So Mukashi Urashima Taro toyu mazushiku mo 親切で良い少年の漁師がいました。So that's the same story that I just told you guys, right? ある日、浦島太郎は釣り竿を勝手に小銭を小袋に入れて魚釣りに海へと向かいました。波が寄せる小舟の近くで村の子供たちに出会いました。子供たちは亀を捕まえて縄で縛って連れ回したり、石を投げて笑ったり、怒鳴ったりしていました。Getting all this? Right, yeah. So that's the beginning of the story of Urashima Taro in Japanese, right? かわいそうな亀は逃げようと必死です。優しい心を持ったurashima太郎は、おい、子供たち、かわいそうにいじめちゃダメ、いじめちゃダメじゃないか。逃がしてやりなさいと言いました。でも、このたちは笑いながら、なんだと魚釣り、俺たちがこの化け物を捕まえたんだ。俺たちのものなんだよ。お前こそあっちへ行け。Well, anyway, that's, like I said, the same story that I just told you, but in Japanese. It's actually, if I could read Japanese a little bit smoother because I don't do it enough of it. That's a nice thing. It's what I have my students do, actually, as they're studying English. It's what they do as they're studying Japanese, reading aloud, right? It's called ondoku. Japanese, reading Japanese out loud as part of their homework. And it's really good. It's a good thing to do. It helps you learn. I mean, that, saying the words, beyond reading them, beyond writing them, but actually reading the words and saying those words is actually a good way to remember them. Remember the pronunciation of those different words. Remember the kanji that the Japanese is written in. Remembering how to read those kanji by reading it out loud, it gets ingrained, and it's another path of learning, another way that's ingrained into your memory. So it's a good thing to do, and I have my students do that to a certain extent in my English classes. Also, I have them read things in English, which is a good thing to do, I've found. Right now, I'm doing a reading and writing class where every week they need to they pick a book and they read for a few minutes out of that book, and they record it onto a video and submit that video as part of their homework. And that works okay. Hello. Oh, that looks really low, but it's actually level with my mouth. Yep. It looks low. Okay. I think I've bored you guys quite enough. So I'm going to get off of here, get ready. Got to change my clothes. And then we got some things to do. Got to take my wife to pick up some things. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching. Thank you so much for the awards. They're always appreciated. Never expected, always appreciated. So I will see you again in the near future. Take care and bye-bye.